Ghanatube so we have for model snowy. Masan so atenasido in some ahodo a ekobe nyina no nsa ebeka ewo channel we so enti ntempa no so mennom enkwan no enja fo nti ye be wakotie in some ahodo bi a ekoso ewo omaganimu na yaba.
If you look at what Musa Dankwa put out there today, now we see Haruna Idrisu inching up just a bit further with an additional 3 percentage points to his favor between July and September. It's as if elections were held today. This is going to be the outcome of those who prefer him as the leader for the NDC as in going into the elections as flag bearer. You look at how things look. In fact, Musa Dankwa added a few individuals to the NDC's pack of possible flag bearer hopefuls. You have now the former ﷺ MD, Boss MD Kwame Wadakon, Dr. Cosby Gabriel there, and Alfredo Kovandapoy, you know, Professor Joshua Alabi, those who say the last 5 names, well, they don't want to put premium on it, but he had reason why he added them to it. You never know. Then you have Eric Opoku coming in, the current Agric Minister, added on to the others who have always been in the poll. I mean, look at the names that have come up now. Adding Eric Opoku, Professor Joshua Alabi. I mean, do you see any metal in them to prove in this race?
Well, I think that everybody out there that has been projected is quite qualified. They all have their capacities and their deficiencies as well. But you know something, I may want to disappoint you because I am of the view that this is more of speculation than reality. That apart, we all know that none of these individuals, you know, have expressed their willingness and readiness to contest as presidential candidates. It is the early days of President Mahama, and I see this more as a distraction. Because if they are not careful, what will happen is that those names that have been bandied about will want to outdo and outwit each other. And that could easily affect the integrity and the unity of the party that is in government. But let me also ask, for example, that what is the basis of taking away the name of the vice president? Is it the case that she fell ill and has recuperated? Or Musa Dankwa thinks that, you know, age is not on her side, for which reason her name has been taken away? What if, you know, she decides also to contest in the near future? What will be the architecture of the responses that will come up? Don't forget that the first poll that he brought that had the vice president name, she was ahead of every other person that, you know, he brought in terms of the names. Apart from that, the poll that he released before, I think before the Akutia or post Akutia, we saw the Greek minister outperforming that of Julius Debra. What has happened suddenly that, you know, you find a situation where he's now gone to the Sith? Probably there are a lot more questions that we may have to ask in terms of the methodology and how he got, you know, some of the responses and the percentages that is allotted. I think this is the very first time that I'm tempted to disagree, because I think that it is more speculative than reality. Look, the NDC appears more as a national party. It has nationalistic color, because you could see that there's not been a situation where one particular tribe will dominate. So you see, for example, it started with Mr. Rawlings, the late, you know, His Excellency, you know, Mr. Rawlings, 11 years as a military, 8 years as a constitutional leader, making it 19. So you will see that it's taking a little while for a Votarian to also come up. Now, the second comes Professor Mills, the late Professor Mills, from Central. Usually we will say Western Central, but from Central region. So he also leads the party for a while. Unfortunately, you know, he dies as he was in power. Then Mr. Mahama, His Excellency, the current president, comes in. So he is going to lead the party, from 2012 up to 2028. I'm asking whether it would be appropriate for the NDC to have a northerner succeed another northerner. Is it possible? If it is possible, will that augur well for the unity of the party? Because I'm of the view that democracy, the essence of democracy is optimal distribution of wealth and resources. Now, when wealth, concentrates in one section in a democracy, it brings other things altogether. Confusion, brouhaha, unnecessary antagonism here and there. And if you're not careful, they can easily be an implosion. Right. So for me, Central region, if the vice president decides to contest, I don't know. So I'm
that's why I wanted to stay
analyzing my argument.
Yes, that's why I wanted to, because you had indicated that, and I want you to listen to me on the Zoom. You had indicated that you question why Musa Danquah didn't even add Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman to this, because she hasn't indicated anywhere that whether or not she is going to contest. And also, all these individuals have not indicated openly that they are going to contest the flag bearership. So if he is putting together possible names, why not add the vice president, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman? That's the strong position that you pose it, isn't it?
Certainly.
I see.
Certainly. Because, she's not said everybody is concentrating on giving of their best with respect to the positions that they are occupying now and wanting to ensure that the president succeeds. That is everybody's business. But if you are speculating, like mentioning and bandying about certain names, then nothing stops you from adding them.
Sorry, unfortunately, we lost
Vice President.
Yes, right on. And I thank you very much there, Dr. Jonathan Asante Okyere. We're trying to get through to Musa Danquah, but unfortunately, we're hitting the brick wall in that, and it's one that we're going to continue to knock on the doors of Global Info Analytics to answer that question of why the exclusion of Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman in these possible names, if we're just putting together the names of people who have not openly come out to even declare their intentions of whether or not they're going to contest the flag bearership of the NDC. So it's a very important observation as well, and the question that we would seek some answers to here on Ghana Tonight. So stay with us. If not today, as we're still continuing to knock on the doors of Musa Danquah, and hopefully in the coming days as well, we'll get some answers to this particular issue that has been raised.
Yaa in some ekoso ewo online for comment ₦HAKE ewo comment section na menjebre enkinkan emfama ofefe meka obiom se aha Ghanatube. So open some ahodo any akese a fa wani twemu ewo channel we so there more reason betimi enya nsem no and as betimi atenia ekoso quickly no is by subscribing and also hitting on the notification bell. Ebusianfo modofo snow ni sisi ade makram.